Imagine being tasked with replacing one of the greatest drummers in rock history. For Rush, that challenge seemed impossible. When legendary drummer Neil Peart passed away in January 2020, many fans believed the story of Rush had come to an end forever. The bond between Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Peart was unlike anything else in rock music. For decades, the trio built one of the most respected catalogs in music history. In the years following Neil's passing, rumors constantly swirled about who could possibly sit behind Rush's drum kit. According to Geddy Lee, numerous drummers reached out shortly after Neil's death, hoping to land the role. But for Geddy and Alex, those approaches felt completely wrong while they were still grieving their friend. The truth is, replacing Neil Peart wasn't just about finding a technically gifted drummer. It meant finding someone capable of honoring a legacy that many considered untouchable. For years, Rush avoided the question altogether. Alex Lifeson even suggested that returning with another drummer could make the band feel like a tribute act rather than the real Rush. But behind the scenes, something was beginning to change. As time passed, both Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson slowly found themselves returning to music. They began making guest appearances, performing at tribute concerts, and occasionally jamming with other musicians. Fans noticed something important. Despite repeatedly saying Rush was finished, the two rock legends clearly still loved playing together. Then came a surprising moment. In 2022, during the star-studded Taylor Hawkins tribute concerts, Geddy and Alex shared the stage with several world-class drummers. The performances reminded fans just how powerful Rush's music could still be when played live. More importantly, it gave Geddy and Alex a chance to experience what it felt like performing Rush songs with drummers other than Neil Peart. The events sparked endless speculation. Was Rush testing potential replacements? Were they secretly searching for the next drummer? Reports and fan discussions exploded online. Every accomplished drummer seemed to be mentioned as a possible candidate. Some fans wanted a veteran rock drummer. Others argued that only a younger musician with incredible technical skill could handle Neil's complex arrangements. But the more names appeared, the more obvious the problem became. Most drummers could copy Neil Peart's parts. Very few could bring their own identity while still respecting the music. Then one name started appearing more and more in conversations among musicians and hardcore fans. A German drummer whose breathtaking performances had already earned worldwide respect. Her name was Anika Nilles, and unlike many of the rumored candidates, she wasn't trying to be the next Neil Peart. Anika Nilles had already built an impressive reputation long before her name became connected to Rush. Born in Germany, she gained international attention through videos showcasing her extraordinary technique, creativity, and musicality. What made Anika different wasn't simply speed or technical ability. Thousands of drummers can play fast. What impressed audiences was her unique approach to rhythm. She combined complex time signatures, deep grooves, and innovative fills in a way that felt musical rather than mechanical. As her online popularity exploded, major opportunities followed. She performed at drum festivals around the world, released successful music projects, and became one of the most respected drummers of her generation. Professional musicians frequently praised her ability to make difficult patterns sound effortless. Unlike many technical drummers who focused solely on showing off, Anika always put the song first. That quality mattered. Neil Peart wasn't respected only because of his incredible technique. He was respected because every note served the music. His drumming elevated Rush's songs without overwhelming them. Many fans began noticing similarities between Neil and Anika in that regard, not because they played exactly alike, but because they shared the same commitment to musical excellence. Then something happened that made the rumors impossible to ignore. Anika eventually found herself sharing the stage with Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. And suddenly, what once seemed impossible started looking surprisingly real. The turning point came when Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson began appearing publicly with Anika Nilles during special performances and charity events. Fans immediately paid attention. Social media exploded with reactions as clips of the performances spread across YouTube, Facebook, and music forums. What stood out wasn't just Anika's technical ability. it was the chemistry. For years, Rush fans had wondered whether anyone could comfortably perform alongside Geddy and Alex without feeling out of place. Yet Anika appeared remarkably natural. She wasn't trying to imitate Neil Peart note for note, nor was she attempting to reinvent classic Rush songs. Instead, she found a balance that many thought was impossible. Musicians who watched the performances noticed her confidence, precision, and deep understanding of complex arrangements. More importantly, Geddy and Alex looked like they were genuinely enjoying themselves. For fans who had spent years watching the band struggle with the loss of Neil, that was a powerful sight. Rumors quickly intensified. Some fans began suggesting that Rush had finally found the drummer capable of helping them perform again. Others argued that no one should ever officially replace Neil Peart, regardless of talent. The debate became one of the hottest topics in the Rush community. But while fans argued online, Geddy and Alex seemed focused on something much simpler: making music and having fun again. And that raised an important question. Had Rush finally discovered a way to move forward without forgetting the past? By this point, many fans had started viewing Anika Nilles as more than just another talented drummer. To them, she represented something Rush had been missing since Neil Peart's passing: a path forward. Of course, it's important to separate fact from speculation. Neither Geddy Lee nor Alex Lifeson has officially announced Anika as a permanent member of Rush. In fact, both musicians have often spoken carefully when discussing the future of the band. But what fans could see with their own eyes was impossible to ignore. Every appearance featuring Geddy, Alex, and Anika generated excitement. Videos accumulated hundreds of thousands of views. Comment sections filled with praise from fans who were amazed by how naturally she handled music that many believed was nearly impossible to perform at the highest level. What made the situation even more fascinating was that Anika never approached the role as a replacement. No drummer can replace Neil Peart. His contributions to Rush's music, lyrics, and identity remain unmatched. Instead, Anika seemed to represent a different idea altogether, not replacing a legend, honoring one. And as more fans embraced that perspective, the conversation began to shift. The question was no longer whether someone could replace Neil Peart. The question became whether Rush could write a new chapter while still respecting everything that came before. The answer may be closer than anyone expected. Looking back, the journey from Neil Peart's passing to the possibility of performing again has been emotional for everyone involved. Few bands have ever faced a challenge as difficult as losing a member who was so deeply connected to their identity. For years, it seemed as though Rush had reached the end of the road. Fans mourned. Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson grieved the loss of their friend and musical brother. The idea of continuing felt almost unthinkable. Yet music has a way of creating new possibilities. Whether Anika Nilles ultimately becomes a larger part of Rush's future or remains a respected collaborator, one thing is undeniable: she has reignited a conversation that many believed was over forever. Her talent, professionalism, and respect for Rush's legacy have earned admiration from fans across the world. More importantly, she has helped remind people why Rush's music continues to matter decades after the band's formation. And perhaps that's the real story here. This was never about replacing Neil Peart. It was about finding a way to celebrate his legacy while allowing the music to live on. As of today, the future of Rush remains uncertain. But for the first time in years, many fans are beginning to imagine what that future might look like. And in those conversations, Anika Nilles' name continues to appear again and again. What do you think? Could Anika Nilles be the perfect drummer to help Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson carry Rush into a new era? Or should Rush remain exactly as it was? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the world of Rush, rock history, and the musicians shaping its future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.